more conscious use of natural resources and less waste. Processes are leaner and the life cycle of its machines or equipments are longer. That is why we are talking about the 4.0. Ultimately, it will have much more efficient and it can have the more manufacturing outputs. If we are talking about the time era of the before the industrialization, then mostly we were depend on the handmade devices, and that on that time we don't have any kinds of machine, and why we actually revolutionized to the industrial levels. If we are talking about the first industrial level, so we actually we gave the some outputs, whatever we are giving the outputs, or whatever we are manufacturing. So if we are doing by our hand made, then definitely we have the very more time, and the very less output. So we just started to use the to machines to make the human effort, whatever we can give the much more, we can get the much more output, and we are placing the very less input from outside. So in that revolutions, now in this fourth revolution, we are actually thinking that we should have much more output. At the same time, we are thinking that our interface should be very, very less. And in that revolutions, we are now is at the stage where we can involve the fourth revolutions. So from the environmental management in Industry 4.0, if we are talking, so at the beginning of the 1972, Home Conference that has held, and where we have talked about the numerous conferences and organized about these environmental challenges in the industry. Definitely at that time, the industry third we have discussed. But if you are talking about the Industry 4.0, then environmental management is an relevant an area as all of its innovative potential, as it must set guidelines, supervise actions, and monitor processes so that they are consistent with an environmentally sound and truly sustainable industrial profile. So, traditional industries or industries 3.0 have highly good environmental management policies, procedures, and practices. So, what are the aspects? If we are talking about the aspects of the environmental performances, then we must need to talk about the water utilization, material utilizations, energy utilizations. So, if we are thinking about the water utilization, we must need to decrease in total water consumptions, whatever we are doing in present industrialization means 3.0. So if we are talking about the industry 4.0, then we must have to decrease the amount of water consumption. Also increase in the percentage of recycled water utilization. At the same time, if we are trying to utilize the water, then we have to optimize. Otherwise, in order to optimize, we can use the recycled water, because definitely if we are using the wastewater, then it becomes to the underutilization. So if we are thinking that to save the waters, then it may affect. At the same time, material utilization is also another aspect where decrease of the material intensity, decrease in raw material utilization percentage, increase use of recycled, remanufactured, reused materials. So the goal of this material utilization is again the optimize to use, and in order to get the more output, we are trying to use